Having the UK vote in the next EU elections would boost Eurosceptic groups in the next European Parliament. That's one of the highlights of a new survey out today after the UK secured another 6-month Brexit extension that might force it to take part in next month's election. Under the new survey, which assumes the number of seats in the next Parliament will remain 751 instead of 705 after Brexit, the centre-right European People's Party would remain its largest group. But that share would drop to 180 seats down to 37. The centre-left Socialists and Democrats would be the second biggest grouping with 149 seats or 19.8%. That's slightly down from a previous survey in March that did not include British votes. Well, now to discuss this survey, let's speak to Euan Healey, Editor-in-Chief for Europe Elects, which aggregates polls across the EU. We've seen some of the biggest groups now. Looking at the projections, what strikes you as most significant?
I think what's significant about this new projection is the inclusion of the United Kingdom. And I think you see that because the Labour Party, the UK Labour Party, is a member of the Social and Democrats group in the European Parliament. They would become the Social and Democrats' largest party, which would be a significant delegation for them. And as you mentioned in your build-up, the importance of the growing on the sort of the EFDD group on the right and growing a right-wing party, specifically in Nigel Farage, the former leader of the UK Independence Party, a significant pro-Brexit campaigner, his new party that he's launched called the Brexit Party, gaining as much as a quarter of the vote in European elections that could come.
What might this mean then for this possible surge in these far-right seats in the European Parliament?
It would change the narrative, I think, across Europe, and that's true in a lot of different countries, and it'll change the narrative of discussion between the new commissioner, whoever that might be. But it would also change the narrative in terms of Brexit negotiations in the UK, because that Brexit vote for the new Brexit Party is coming as a hollowing out of the ruling Conservative Party, and Prime Minister May will see that as people's frustration with the slowness of the Brexit negotiation process.
Why is it that just having the United Kingdom take part, why is that causing such a ripple effect that might, significantly change the outcome?
I wouldn't say it's so much a ripple effect on the rest of the European Union, but it's a trend that's being seen a lot across a lot of a lot of the European Union, and I don't think it's because of the UK, but the UK is part of that wider trend of a sort of a rise of the right, and especially we're seeing a new alignment sort of suggested by Deputy Prime Minister of Italy, Matteo Salvini, in the European Alliance of Peoples and Nations, which would really shake up and create a sort of united right model in the European Parliament that could really shake up the party order in the European Parliament.
Euan Healey, Editor-in-Chief for Europe Elects. Thank you ever so much.